Las Vegas Raiders just played in their second preseason game of the year a couple of days ago, and there has been a player that I've been really invested in. I don't want to say learning about, but kind of seeing how they adjust in their next season, but this time under Pete Carroll. That is Tyrie Wilson. I thought he had a really good game. Now, we all know that they are deciding to move him to the interior of the defensive line, and a lot of people, including myself, very curious to see how that would go. Right, you have Malcolm Kuntz off the edge, you got Max Crosby, you lose Christian Wilkins, you need someone to kind of replace that interior presence. And Tyrie Wilson, at least in this game, looked pretty damn good. Now, we only played in 22 snaps, but I wanted to show you a couple of them, show you how good this dude actually is on the interior. So right here, the offensive line is going to be in what we like to call 5-man scat protection. Now, essentially, every scat protection has a man side and a zone side for the offensive line. Now, they're sliding to the right, which means your zone side is to the right, and you're going to have man-to-man to the left. So you have Malcolm Kuntz and Tyrie Wilson situations. Now, this usually will double team maybe a player like Max Crosby or whoever they deem necessary to double team with that zone side. Now, as Tyrie Wilson gets this man-on-man opportunity, we need to take advantage of those opportunities. Because you have Max Crosby, you're going to get a lot of man-to-man opportunities. Watch Tyrie Wilson. He is going to engage to the outside shoulder, and he is going to drive back. The leg strength of Tyrie Wilson is something that I have seen improvement from. He's a wicked big dude. And man, that leg strength has gotten a lot better. Look at him engage and then watch him drive, right? Look at him move this guy back about 6 yards into the front side of the quarterback, creating an almost interception, right? Whenever you can create pressure on a quarterback, guys, you can create one of 5 different scenarios. A bad pass, right there, you got it. A bad decision, right there, you got it. Interception, you can get a forced fumble, you can even get a sack, right? By just creating a little bit of pressure on a quarterback, Tyrie Wilson can, start to establish some consistency from the interior. This dude could be huge for this defensive line here. And again, that is a great play. Let's watch it one more time. I want to look at the engagement and then the drive, leg strength. Drive that guy so far back. I'm getting excited about Tyrie. Guys, hit the like button, subscribe, join the family, turn on post notifications for more Raider updates, and let's dive in. So here's a play where they actually moved him back to the outside. So again, that versatility, the positional versatility could be something that we can look at for a while. I mean, that is huge. So they actually moved Thomas Booker inside. He played a lot of, 3 technique, and right here is actually in a 4-eye, right outside that tackle. Tyrie Wilson, similar thing, but he's actually in a 7 technique inside the tight end. And watch this play here. Now he actually lines up as, again, there's 7 now that you have 2 tight ends over there. But look at this play here by Tyrie Wilson. So they're getting a little toss here, this left side of the formation. As a guy like Tyrie Wilson, we are trying to establish ground and leverage to the outside. So, for example, if they were to break this way outside, the contain would change. It would probably be Jeremy Chin. If he was to break it inside, we want to be that contain right here. So, as Tyrie Wilson is setting that edge, he does a really good job forcing the running back inside where all of his teammates are going to be. Same thing with Jeremy Chin. Love how they're setting the edge here. He ends up getting, blocked from that backside a little bit more as this play continues. But again, a really good job, again, setting that edge, forcing him to Max Crosby, forcing him to the inside guys. Adam Butler, I mean, beautiful job. Look at Jamal Adams get hype. It's a good play by Tyrie Wilson. Yes, he doesn't get credit for a tackle here, but I mean, in my opinion, he probably should. Now, honestly, when are the days going to end? And I hope they don't, right? When are the days going to end when they stop leaving Max Crosby unblocked? I mean, it just doesn't seem smart anymore. It just doesn't. But I mean, listen, if they want to do it, let them do it, right? Another pretty good rep here by Tyrie Wilson. I felt like he did a good job getting pressure on the quarterback. I also like this play by Thomas Booker as well. Got good hustle here. Once again, he's lined up over that tight end, trying to give him a little bit of space here, but don't want him too far outside because he's not the fastest guy in the world off the edge compared to a guy like Malcolm Kuntz or Max Crosby. But here we go. As he gets leverage to the outside, he's going to use that offhand, going to create a little bit of leverage or separation as he explodes off the edge. I think he does a really good job bending around this corner, but what that does is essentially force Brock Purdy to step up, and now he can't really throw the ball. He's forced to get outside the pocket, kind of run this thing away. And again, good job by Tyree getting him outside the pocket and ensuring that they weren't going to at least pick up 5-10 yards on a pass play. Forced him outside the pocket. Again, Thomas Booker, good hustle here, staying in the play, diving, getting him out of bounds after maybe a pickup of a yard. Again, when you break down Tyrie Wilson, again, you can see the effort, that left hand engage, kind of bend around the corner and get that guy outside the pocket. Again, solid rep here by Tyree. Really quickly, guys, before we get any further, hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. It is completely free. It doesn't cost anything. And we will be covering the Raiders throughout the entirety of not only a regular season as well. Now that also covers offense and defense as well as individual player film. So we got you guys covered with everything. Let me know in the comments down below if there's anybody else on this football team that you would like me to break down over the next days or weeks leading up to the start of the season. Quick play I want to show you. Look at Tyrie Wilson right here. He's going to get a one-on-one with this right tackle. Watch him, right? Boom. Oh, it's actually a tight end. It's not as impressive. Would have been if it was a tackle, but it's still very impressive. Throws this guy into the ground. Now he doesn't make the play. It's actually a Landon Roberts on the opposite side of the field. You can see Tyrie Wilson is getting stronger. He's getting more physical, and I feel like he's really starting to understand the physicality level that you're going to need to play with on every single snap. All right, this is where I think Malcolm Koonce could be really good. You have Tyrie Wilson lined up next to him, kind of attacking the guard and kind of staggering to the outside a little bit, but allowing this stunt to really pay off and really work here. Because Tyrie Wilson is so big, he is able to kind of take off two guys. Look how he gets in the way. He's able to overpower the guard just a little bit, but also just stays in the way and allows Malcolm Koonce to get right in on that stunt. I mean, it works out absolutely perfectly. They do force the ball out a little bit early, but ultimately they do pick up a nice little 10 yards off it. But again, it's a good play. It's a solid play by Tyree, getting in the way and allowing, again, you could tell right when he gets in the way of that tackle, he stops kind of trying to overpower because he knows Koonce is going to have a free lane to the quarterback. So again, as team player right there, definitely like to see that. Okay, another rep here. I feel like Tyrie Wilson is the only guy that gets sort of a little bit of pressure. It's not really a hurry. It's not really a pressure, but he's the only one that really gets close to the quarterback on this specific play. He's got a great one-on-one opportunity. Look at him slowly close that gap to Mac Jones, but ultimately, right, forces him to maybe throw this ball a hair early, or maybe forces him to throw a bad ball and gets intercepted by Jeremy Chinn. Beautiful job. Again, would I say this is all because of Tyrie Wilson? No, but off a chip and release by the tight end or the wide receiver here, right, gets chipped. He is still able to drive this guy back 4 or 5 yards into the front side of the quarterback. I think he has something to do with this play, man. So again, I think Tyrie Wilson is getting better. He's getting better. It is clear as day, at least in my eyes. I will monitor the next game here to see how he does, if he does get playing time, which I'm sure he will, because Pete Carroll likes these guys competing every single game. So we'll probably break it down again, see if we can get some consistency going into next week and then going to the regular season. But let me know what you guys think. Hit the like button, subscribe, turn on post notifications for more of these updates. And yeah, man, I'll see you guys in the next one, man. Okay, Tyree. So Jeremy Chinn, Tyrie Wilson, JJ Pegues, Tommy Eichenberg look really good in my opinion. Charles Snowden looked good. Michael Barrett, I believe, had a good game. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Who do you want me to break down next? And I'll see you next one. Peace.